Welcome to Retirement Ramblings. I'm Scott, and today is day 255 on my countdown to retirement, plus a catch up update for day 256. So, for day 256, which was Easter, and I hope you had a blessed Easter, we did. Um, Easter morning, we trimmed up our garden. I shaped the Japanese maple. I trimmed up my tomato plants. I did some weeding. I fed my rose bushes. So, it was a nice temperature outside, and I just spent, the morning taking care of that. And then later in the afternoon, we celebrated Easter with my son and my brother and sister in law. And for Easter dinner, we had a ham, mashed potatoes, and gravy, broccoli, and a key lime pie for dessert. And the ham was I got it at Lidl. It's their brand. It's like Dulago or something like that. Anyway, it was $1.49 a pound, and quite honestly, it turned out fantastic. I had never bought it before, but everybody really enjoyed the taste of it. So, uh, you know, first time ever. Looks like it's going to be. It's not going to be the last. So I was pretty happy with the way, like I said, everything turned out. And then for today, day 255, I attended my morning work meetings. I then, saw an update that the Pope had passed away. So clearly, sorry to hear that. And I guess uh, there'll be the time period of mourning, and then they'll go through the selection process for a new Pope, and we'll figure that out. And then I made a ham and egg scramble on English muffins for breakfast. Went back to work, and my son and wife ran an errand returning his rented tuxedo down in the city. And then when they came back for lunch, we finished off the remainder of the ham. So now I have no ham left other than I think you guys call it a ham hock that you use for making like ham and bean soup, which is probably what I'll do with it. But all of the main pieces of the ham, they're gone. And then finally, State Farm made the change I had requested on my umbrella policy, and it showed up today. So I re-upped my personal liability policy. I also re-upped my flood insurance. So now I'm covered for all the insurances that I need for the next 12 months, other than the fact that I'll have to re-up the auto policies in 6 months because they don't let you do it only annually. So I'll take care of that, I guess, in late November, I think is when it will come due. And then I took my son to the Atlanta airport, and it's always a bittersweet saying goodbye because, I like seeing him and spending time with him. But by the same token, I also like having peace and quiet in the house and, the privacy that comes with just being the two of us. So, we've gotten used to being empty nesters. And, like I said, it's definitely a good time being together. But when it's over, I also appreciate going back to the peace and quiet of just the two of us. And then on the way home from the airport, because it was taking a long time, there was a new Olive Garden, and so the traffic was pretty heavy. So we figured we would drop in there, get something to eat while we waited for the traffic to thin out. So my wife had some lasagna, I had eggplant parm, and then headed on home. And then once I got home, I realized that I hadn't gone to Publix to pick up my prescriptions that I needed. I went on Saturday, but they didn't have everything in stock, so they had to order some stuff. Anyway, they told me they would be ready at 6 today. So when we got home, it was closer to 8. I ran out, picked up the prescription, came home. Then I sat down and I looked at the market and found out that it was another bad day in the market with the Dow down almost 1,000 points and all the major averages down, give or take about 2.5%. So, not a good day. But I'm not sure what's causing that. I assume it has something to do with all the commentary that happened over the weekend about potentially replacing Jerome Powell at the Fed or giving up Fed independence. I don't really know, and quite honestly, I'm not going to worry about it tonight. Um, anyway, that's really my update for today and for yesterday. If you have any questions or any comments, please leave them in the comment section down below or drop me an email at myretirementramblings@gmail.com. Otherwise, I hope you have a great evening. Take care, and until tomorrow,